Hey, this is Poncho Sanchez. I rock jazz. Well, for me, you run into good and bad times all the time, and everybody does in their lives, and musicians do too, and especially musicians do. So there's a lot of highs, a lot of lows. But for me, definitely one of the highs was when I joined the Cal Tjader band in 1975 on New Year's Eve. I joined the Cal Tjader band, and I was with Cal Tjader for 7.5 years, and I was with Cal Tjader until the day he died. As a matter of fact, today is Cinco de Mayo. Cal Tjader died 30 years ago today in Manila in the Philippine Islands, and I was with him when he died. We were supposed to perform in Manila, and he didn't make it. I mean, he was there. We had been there only for one day, and he passed away the next day. When we got there, it was Cinco de Mayo 30 years ago. So talking about hitting a wall, well, I definitely hit a wall there because I was with Cal Tjader's band for 7.5 years. I was so excited and thrilled to be with the Cal Tjader band. I really didn't think about having my own band. I just wanted to be with Cal Tjader's band. Although I had my band like on the side, so to speak, I already had done one recording on my own, under my own name, Poncho, the record called Poncho on the Discovery record label, when I was with Cal Tjader's band. But I was excited just to be Cal Tjader's conga drummer, and I could have did that for the rest of my life. But it ends up that, of course, Cal Tjader died, and when I got home from Manila about a week later, it was like somebody pulled a carpet from underneath me. It was just, I lost one of my best friends, Cal Tjader. I lost one of my heroes in life. I lost my musical father, actually, Cal Tjader. And I lost my job that day too. And my wife was just pregnant with our second child. And just a week before, I was so excited that she was pregnant for our second child. And a week later, I didn't have a job. So I wasn't so happy about having that second child no more. And then Cal, and it was rough because Cal died. It's not like, wow, I'll get another job. How are you gonna get another job like Cal Tjader's band, Well, long story short, yeah, I definitely hit the wall there. And as a matter of fact, I fell into a depression stage for it took a while, like 1.5 years. I was suffering with depression behind losing Cal Tjader. It was a really tough time for me. And that was 30 years ago today. So that was about 82 or something like that, right? So yeah, definitely hit the wall there. But from that, I believe in the Lord. I think the Lord does certain things to you to teach you stuff, and I had to pick up the pieces, do it myself, find my own way, and find my own sound and my own style of playing. And so I took what I've learned from Cal Tjader, I took what I learned from Tito Puente, I took what I learned from Mongo Santamaria, I took from people like Eddie Cano, great piano player from Los Angeles, and I put it to use with my band and started creating my own style and my own sound. So, I've definitely had some ups and downs like everybody else. Man, there's so many great stories in my life now because I've had my own band for 32 years, my own band, and I've been in this business professionally since 1975. So I've been doing this for a while, and there's been so many great moments. I mean, the first time I ever met Dizzy Gillespie, the first time he ever played with us, I got video footage of Dizzy playing with my band in Sardinia, Italy. That was the first time he actually played with my band. And, we had worked together before. He played with Cal Tjader's band before, but he actually played with my band that year. And so that was definitely a high note there. And, the first time Mongo Santamaria ever played with my band. As a matter of fact, the last time Mongo Santamaria ever played was with my band at Carnegie Hall. And he was not scheduled to play that night. Mongo came to see my band. He was just going to be in the audience. And when I seen him come in, of course, they brought him to my dressing room. and I was taping up my hands like I did just a little while ago. I was taping up my hands, and Mongo was watching me tape my hands. And I told Mongo, remember when I used to watch you tape your hands? And he had a big smile on his face. He goes, yeah. And I told him in Spanish, Maestro, ¿tú quieres tocar esta noche? I told him, teacher, maestro, teacher, do you want to play this night? You want to play tonight? And he smiled at me. He told me, Poncho, si tú quieres, yo toco contigo. And he said, Poncho, if you want me to, I'll play with you tonight. And I smiled and I told Mongo, you're going to leave it to me? I said, there ain't no question. Of course I want you to play, man. He got the tape and started taping his hands immediately. Like he didn't skip a beat, you know what I mean? He started taping his hands, and next thing I knew, Mongo was a surprise guest at Carnegie Hall, and we played Afro Blue, which is his composition. And that was the last time he ever played, because he died a few weeks after that. Well, for the young musicians that are coming up today, it's tough because the pioneers were the great ones, and they always will be. John Coltrane, Miles Davis, Charlie Parker, Chano Pozo, Mongo Santa Maria. These guys are the greatest in the world. To me, I could never be as great as them. That's just the way I feel. Those guys are my heroes in life, But for young guys coming up today, I would say, yeah, there's room for you, but you got to make sure you know your instrument very, very well, know your music very well, study the history of the music very well, and get bits and pieces from some of your heroes, because that's what I did. I got some of the Cal Tjader style of music in my music. I got some of the Mongo Santa Maria styling of the way he played the congas. So I took from Ray Barretto's band, different ideas, influences that I loved. That's what I did, and you can do it, but you got to gather from different bits and pieces from different areas, and then try to come up with your own concept, your own sound, your own style. I myself personally just hope that some of these young musicians just don't get too watered down or too commercialized, where they just want to start making money and find a little gimmick, because that's not where it's at. It's in your heart, and you want to play from your soul and from your heart, and you want to know your instrument very well.